Hey guys, in today's video I thought I would sit down and have a chat with you guys about my low hemoglobin and iron levels. So I'm mainly making this video for myself to watch back on and for a little bit of motivation. I am no doctor, nurse, nutritionist, dietitian, anyone qualified in this sort of field whatsoever. So if anything that I say is wrong, misinformed, not correct, just let me know, because I would love the correct information for myself and for everybody else. This is just based off some research I've done with the relationship of iron and pregnancy. So I've got my little research pad here. That's just some notes for myself and things that I thought I wanted to touch on during the video to make it as informative as possible for you guys. My sister is also a nurse and she has done her nutritionist course, so she has sent me some info as well, which is good because she has been able to help me a little bit. So to get into it, I will start with my situation. So my hemoglobin levels are low and my iron levels are low. They're not dangerously low, but they are low for someone who is pregnant. So what that means is, because my iron levels are low, that results in my hemoglobin levels being low. Our hemoglobin is our red blood cells that carry oxygen throughout the body. So when you're lacking in iron, you can't produce healthy red blood cells. So by increasing my iron, that automatically increases my hemoglobin levels. So iron deficiency in women can be quite dangerous if you're really low. It can result in premature birth, low birth weight of your baby, the need for a blood transfusion, as you'll lose quite a bit of blood and it's not regenerating itself properly. I don't know if that's the right words, and you also don't have enough oxygenated blood in your body for yourself as well as your baby. So it is very important to have good iron levels throughout your pregnancy. We ideally need at least 3 times the amount of iron during our pregnancy because we produce more blood when we're pregnant. Normally our body holds about 5 litres of blood. When you're pregnant, it's about 7 to 8 litres of blood. So I'm just going to read what my sister has sent me here. It says that ideally the recommended daily intake for pregnant women is 27 milligrams of iron per day, whereas normally if you're not pregnant, for females my age, it would only be 18 milligrams per day. So that's quite a bit more. Being a vegetarian myself, I am still eating the same amount of iron as a meat eater. The absorption of that iron is different. So meat contains a certain iron which is called heme iron, I believe. So it's the animal-based iron and it's more easily absorbed in the body than plant-based iron. So I get all my iron from plant-based sources as opposed to dead animals. So yeah, just because I am vegetarian doesn't mean that I'm eating less iron than a meat eater. It's just that the meat eater's iron is more bioavailable to their body than a plant eater's iron. So in order for me to absorb as much iron as I can, I need to be eating it with foods that are high in vitamin C. When I have my supplement in the morning, I take my iron supplement on an empty stomach with a glass of orange juice. I then for breakfast will include some sort of vitamin C in it, whether it is a bowl of oats with blueberries and berries, or if I just have some toast with some more orange juice. Some sort of vitamin C is included in every meal that I eat. So vitamin C is in foods such as citrusy foods, fruits, vegetables. Capsicum is really good for vitamin C, so I try and have capsicum in every meal. So that way the iron that I am consuming from my other foods when eaten with vitamin C is being absorbed at an increase of 50%. So while I'm eating my meals, I like to avoid eating them with foods that are iron blockers, which slow down the absorption of iron. That includes things like tea, coffee, calcium. So some foods that are rich in iron for myself are things like lentils, chickpeas, beans. Baked beans are a really good one, and I love baked beans. If you know me, you know that. Nuts and seeds are a really good source of iron as well, so I try and incorporate them at least once a day somewhere, even if it's just a snack or on top of my oats in the morning. Leafy green vegetables, of course, are full of iron. Whole grain foods such as quinoa, brown rice, wholemeal bread, so rather than buying just a white bread, I always stick to the wholemeal bread. So that's just a kind of brief overview of iron in pregnancy, and I hope it wasn't too wrong or I missed any points, or I hope it was all correct information that I'm giving you guys as well, because what I'm telling you is what I'm going by. So if I'm telling you the wrong thing, that means that I'm doing the wrong thing, which I don't want to be doing. So please correct me if this is wrong. So ways that I incorporate iron into my meals. Like I said, I usually will have oats for breakfast after an hour after I've taken my iron supplement. So with my oats, I just have the Uncle Toby's oats, and there's not much iron in oats. Let me have a look. It's 1.1 milligrams per 30 grams of rolled oats. I usually have about a cup of oats with just water. I'm boring. I like to cook my oats with water. If I have yogurt, I will add yogurt. If not, I will add something like maple syrup or honey as a bit of a sweetener, and then I'll add my vitamin C. Normally it's blueberries or raspberries, and I will always mix in some chia seeds for my healthy fats, and I will top it with some granola, which has like nuts and seeds as well. I will finish it off with about maybe just under a spoonful of my Tropica vegan vanilla protein powder. I will also put dried goji berries onto because I love the texture. For lunches, it always changes. Sometimes it's leftovers, sometimes I just make whatever is at home. If there's not too much iron in my lunch, I tend to not worry too much about that because it's usually supplemented with dinner. So for example, last night I cooked chow mein using the Funky Fields plant-based mince. Normally I would just use the mince and vegetables, but knowing that I need to up my iron intake, I chucked in a can of the 4 mixed beans, so that's my source of iron, and I paired it with brown rice. So there is my main sources of iron, as well as the little bits here and there from the vegetables. But I also put in quite a bit of capsicum, carrot, cabbage, so they all have vitamin C as well, which will help me absorb that iron. So I've really actually been enjoying kind of playing around in the kitchen and being more aware of what I'm cooking and what ingredients I need to add. So I'm actually going to cook chow mein again tonight because AJ really liked it. So I might vlog that for you guys. So yeah, that is my little chat on my current iron hemoglobin situation. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you guys. Again, it was more of like just a motivator for me. By documenting this, it helps hold me accountable to actually put in an effort to get my iron level back good. So even though I am taking a supplement every morning, I don't want to rely just on that. If I wasn't pregnant, I probably wouldn't be supplementing iron. I would just really focus on my diet. But because I am pregnant and I got a little baby to worry about, baby comes first. Sorry if the angle is a little bit different, guys. The battery died, so I had to go and change the battery on the camera. But I just wanted to say thank you for watching if you've made it this far. I know this video won't appeal to many of you, if any of you, but it definitely helps me. So if there's any information that I've said that is incorrect or not quite right, please let me know, because that would help me out a lot, because I just want to be doing what is best for me and my little bubba, and I want to be providing the most correct information that I can for you guys as well. So the next time I see you, I will probably be cooking chow mein. So as you can tell, I'm not cooking chow mein right now. I've had a major case of baby brain today, which I didn't believe was real. Well, I kind of thought it was real, but not like as bad as people made it out to be until today. So I went to the supermarket to get stuff for dinner, because as I said, cooking chow mein again. Did I get anything for dinner? No. Didn't get the beans. I went in to get baked beans as well, because I want to start having baked beans a bit more. Didn't get baked beans. I did get 2 packets of dip, however, but I got nothing to dip. So I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. We did get the bassinet though. I went and picked up the bassinet before I went and got the groceries. You can see it back there. I'm not going to show you too much because I'll show you a little bit more when it's kind of put together. So I was contemplating not filming me cooking dinner, but I think I still will, but just imagine that there's beans in it. Ready, sit, high five. Good boy. So this is pretty much the finished product. I've just turned the stove top off. So dinner is all cooked and ready to go. I'll have the recipe listed down below. I mean, it's not really like a recipe of any sort because I wing it and it changes every single time I make it. But I will list that down below in case anyone is interested. Thanks again for watching, guys. I know this video might have been a little bit boring for some of you, but like I said, very helpful for me. So enjoy the rest of your week and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. My sister is also I can't speak today. My sister is also a nurse. She's done her nurse's... So by increasing my iron, that automatically increases my hemoglobin.